Hello Leo, Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your mid-February tarot card reading for February 2024. So let's pull out some cards and see what we got for you. Again, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Everything here is to give you some clarity and insight into your own personal situations so you can create the life that you wish for yourself. Okay. So let's talk about things from the past here. Okay. So I think for some of you, I see something here with the Three of Cups. The Three of Wands right here. It's talking about in the past, maybe you tried to really make some progress with something you felt very passionate about. Wands talk all about our energies, where we invest our energies, where we put our energies as well. So for some of you, talking about you've made some progress in some type of way. I think here to the Nine of Cups here as well, I think this really says to some of you, that you've really had your fill of some emotional situation. Because even the Nine of Cups on the reverse can say, like you've had your fun, now it's time to move forward, with the this man even here, like you see him just sitting on this bench, and here, he's had his fill of all of this cup, of all the cups, he's had his feast, So in the reverse, it's saying, like now it's time to move forward, you've not to overindulge in anything, because sometimes when we are having some emotional fulfillment, it could be very comfortable to sit in that spot sometimes, and I totally get that. But sometimes, the only constant in life is change. That's that paradox yet again, so like we have to move forward as well. So I think here, it says something about that, where you've gone through some very fulfilling type of experience, and now you're ready to move forward and ready to progress with something. I think here with the Six of Pentacles, I think really it was saying for some of you also, you've really learned how to, in the past, really had to start investing a lot of time and energy on yourself, maybe even money for some of you. Again, this is Pentacles. So even just things to really give back to yourself more than others at this point. For some of you, even that Nine of Cups, looking back at that, if you really did a journey inward, talking about that progress of the Three of Wands, if you've done stuff to really take care of yourself or make a journey or progress more on your own self-love or your self-esteem or anything, just trying to do things for yourself, to give yourself some type of fulfillment, to use some money or resources or abundance on yourself to experience life, for you, if you will. So I think here for some of you in the past, it's really saying there was a lot of progress with that in terms of trying to do some type of inward work, in terms of giving yourself some pleasure, giving yourself some reward for anything that you've done in the past and as far as you've progressed as well. As we move on here to the present, we got a few cards here. Let's talk about here. First, I see two cards, Major Arcana. We got the Sun in the reverse, and we also got the Five of Cups here. So if there is something here for any of you that really affects your joy, it affects your just your happiness of any kind, in the Five of Cups here, it really talks about if you're focusing on anything in the past, especially that may have hurt you or caused some type of sorrow or disappointment at all, I think here is saying, it affects your, as I said, your joy with the Sun right here. It's really saying, to realize and look at the bigger picture of your life, because this man, as he's focusing on the past, he's got two cups right behind him, that he still has that are in his possession, So here it's really saying to look around you, to not focus on just the things that you've lost or things that may have caused any type of hardship or sorrow with you, and to allow yourself to appreciate the things you do have, and only then can you build a bridge and get over those rough waters, if you will. So I think here with that Sun card, I don't want to say like anyone there is sad or something like that, but if anyone does find their mind wandering to some type of pain in the past, is more saying to learning how to refocus and retrain the brain to realize that there's a lot of things out there to be grateful for, to be happy for, and to understand that there's a bigger picture than the past. And sometimes being stuck in the past is not necessarily the best thing. We learn from the past, definitely, but we shouldn't have to relive it or be a prisoner to it every day, you know? We also have the Knight of Pentacles right here. So I think for some of you also, it really is talking about moving forward in some type of way that will give you some balance. Knight of Pentacles really is saying, to really, as I said in the past, really to focus again on yourself. Maybe you've given yourself a lot of love and attention and all that other stuff, but I think here it's really starting to, for some of you in the present moment, after experiencing the things you have in the past, to bring that down into a more concrete level in your present moment at this time. To give yourself a really strong sense of stability, security, of any kind, whether it be financial, whether it be emotional, as I said with that Five of Cups, to recreate that sense, that strong foundation within yourself, so that when your mind should wander, because that's what the mind does, myself included, when it does wander into the past or anything like that, you could always learn how to bring yourself back into this present moment and to refocus on the sun, your happiness, your pleasure, So here, I think for some of you, it's really, I think for the present, it's saying rebuilding a lot of foundations within yourself, learning how to let go of the past so it doesn't affect your current joys in this present moment or take away from them, if that makes sense. As we move toward the future, or big themes to think about, we have a few things here. So first of all, we have Two of Cups here in the reverse. We also got another cup here, 10 of Cups in the reverse as well. So here, I think for some of you, I think here, as I said before, there's a lot of focus here on the self. Two of Cups, if there's anything saying, if the focus was with that Five of Cups, any type of past relationship, especially if there's a relationship that didn't work out or they may have hurt you in the past, there's something there that's saying, that's not the focus anymore, and I think here the second meaning that comes with the Two of Cups is you're learning how to love yourself without someone else to reflect that back to you. You're learning how to build that love from within and to show that to yourself, to be your own mirror, if that makes sense. So here because as you can see, these two people mirror each other. So with the Two of Cups, there's something there. Oh, I almost forgot that too. And also, you actually appear here too, Leo. Right up there, on top of that Staff of Hermes, you have the line right there, talking about passion, talking about fire, talking about drive, all that other stuff. So here, I think even more so that you appear in the Two of Cups here, Leo, it's really saying that you're going to find a lot of self-love within yourself, and you're no longer going to think that it has to come from any external source from someone else. It's going to ultimately come from with you. It's going to come from within, somewhere more spiritual and somewhere more pure, if that makes sense. We also got the 10 of Cups here in the reverse. So this comes right underneath that 5 of Cups. So I think there's something here, if there was any type of big ending with a person, because you do see a family up there, with a man and woman underneath that rainbow. If it was not the happily ever after that you wanted, especially, it's saying that you're going to learn that, number one, it's going to be the end of this cycle, being a 10 right here, saying that those emotions will die off, those emotions will come to peace. You will heal with that. And also that you will be able to move on and no longer be burdened by the past or stuck in the past as well. So with those two cards, it's really saying there's an emotional ending and now an emotional healing of some kind for some of you. And it's going to take the form of self-love and self-care. We also got the Star card here in the reverse. So I think for some of you, seeing the Star card, I think I even said this last reading where I think it was like I kept them pulling up the Tower for the past few readings, and I love to see this for you because now you're moving on to the next card after the Tower, which is the Star, which I love to see. So the Star card in the reverse, it's saying that you are slowly going to find new hope. As I said, by this emotional ending, whether it be a relationship or anything else in your life, even if it was just a difficult time, that you're going to start to find new hope within yourself. You're going to start to be reborn in a certain way. You're going to learn how to be more authentic to who you are, and as I said, it's not going to be dependent on anything external, just by expressing and being who you are as you are. So here, I think there's a lot of good stuff going on here. There's going to be a lot of endings and a lot of letting goes as well for some of you. And there is something here that really says that you are focusing on yourself. I think even more so that's going to be more apparent during this time and moving on for the rest of February as well. So these next 3 cards are going to be cards that you have dealt with or are dealing with, and are now letting go from your journey so you can experience new things. Love to see this. Okay, cool. We got 9 of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Swords. One last one. I saw you. There you are. And Queen of Wands. Love to see this. Okay, perfect. So lots of feminine energy here. 9 of Pentacles saying anything that really takes away from your self-esteem. You know, as I said with those water cards, the 5, the 2, and the 10 of Cups right there. Anything that takes away from your self-confidence, from your self-esteem, those types of things, especially if they are emotional, are going to be let go from your life. You've done enough where you've analyzed them or reflected on them enough where now you're willing to let them go, and now the healing process can truly begin. So I think for some of you, the 9 of Pentacles, you're going to start to gain a lot more self-worth, self-confidence. All of those things are going to start to be built up from within, from the darkness, you know, from the pain, you know. We got the Queen of Swords as well. So here it's saying, you know, if there was any type of lack of clarity, especially, you know, if you felt unsure about certain situations or certain things like that, or even things about with those, anything emotional from the past where you felt uncertainty, expect more clarity to be coming in for you. Also expect anything where, especially if whoever resonates with this, you know, saying if you had gone through anything difficult with a partner or even just a friend or anyone where you're dealing with any type of communication, where there was like maybe like a lack of boundaries, or you didn't know how to set healthy boundaries, or you didn't know how to communicate things in a certain way until after the fact, you know. Here it's really saying that you've really learned how to process those things, and now you're learning, and you have learned how to set proper boundaries, how to protect your energies, how to protect the things that you value as well, meaning yourself and the things that are important to you. So here, I think with that Queen of Swords, expect clarity, expect a lot of more boundaries, fairness, and to expect a lot of things that are going to be, you're going to do a lot of processing of elimination for a lot of things that are not meant to be in your life, if that makes sense. So all those things will be pushed away, and you will know what is worthy of your time and energy and what to accept in your life for the future. Queen of Wands, like that, is exactly like that 9 of Pentacles, as I said before. Queen of Wands is all about, like, you know, being self-confident, being self-assured, self-made. So anything, like I said with that 9 of Pentacles, anything that may get in the way of that, like insecurity or doubt or anything from the past that may cause you pain, those things are being let go so that you can start to shine. You can start to be who you are from the experiences of your past. And you can't see here usually because this isn't in color, you know, but this cat here that you can see on the bottom right there, it's all gold, but usually in the color version, that cat is all black. I like to see that as the yin yang, you know, where you have, let's say, you know, the Queen of Wands is all the white, all the light energy, and you have that one spot of black. It's the same exact thing for you. You take any type of pain from the past, you learn from it, you bring it to the light, to yourself, and now it is just something that you are that is diminished, and also that's something that you are now friends with, something that you understand, something that understands you. It doesn't control you or frighten you anymore. So here, for some of you, you're learning how to make peace with your shadow. You're learning how to embody more confidence and self-esteem for yourself. And you're learning how to make peace and let go of the things that may have hurt you from the past as well, that may have gotten in the way of that. So these next 3 cards are going to be blessings from the universe. Cool. Blessings from the universe that may have not come their way yet, but are on their way to you. Stop it. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God. Okay, I'm just showing you twice. So, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. So, whenever synchronicities come in my readings from the universe is saying, I said what I said, and it's happening. So, as I said, you can't make this shit up. So, you got these cards, double synchronicities. I'm not even going to touch upon these because I already said what you're going to get from them. You know, more clarity with the Queen of Swords. Also, you're going to learn how to set your boundaries and communicate them very fairly with other people. Queen of Wands, more self-assuredness, more self-confidence, more peace with your shadow, etc. So I love seeing shit like that. I'm so sorry. It just blows my mind because literally that's the magic right there for me. Like, really. We also got the Ten of Swords. Love to see this again. Again, with that Ten of Cups as well. Talking about that Five of Cups and that Two of Cups. Anything in the past that may have caused you pain. The tens right here are saying it's the ending of a cycle, you know, ending of an emotional cycle, also a mental cycle here. And also you're letting go of who you were in that situation, or who that person was, who you were with, whether it be a partner, a friend, situation, whatever it may be. So there's another ending of a cycle here where you are letting an old version of yourself go, or letting an old person from the past go, so that you can focus more on, as I said, that Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords energy, to embody that place of power, that place of position and role, so that you can embody those wonderful aspects of clarity, of self-confidence, of boundaries, and joy. So these last three cards are going to be big themes to think about this reading. Ooh, that one was definitely it that we can talk about. Hopefully they'll make some sense and play in. Cool. Okay. So first thing, let's talk about these two cards. We got waiting and we got purification. So purification, definitely, as I said, for some of you, a lot of healing here for some of you from the past, where cycles are ending and now this healing journey is beginning for some of you. So this is a purification process, as I said, diving deep into your shadow, bringing it back to the light, bringing it back to where it is something that is understood and loved and accepted now, and not something to be feared. So purification, that is shadow work. That is saying you are coming back to the light. You are being healed and reborn. We also have this card that says waiting. So this healing process, there is no time limit. There's no set time to anything. You have to take as long as you need as an individual to heal. So don't expect anyone to say you should be healed by X time, by X amount of time, whatever it is. You should be healed on your time. So this waiting process, I think here goes with this purification card in terms of that, saying take as much time as you need. Don't force yourself. Don't rush through it. Take it day by day. Allow yourself the time to heal on your terms, on your timeline. We also have meditation here. So I think for some of you, meditation in general just will provide a lot of peace for you as well. And I think for some of you, looking at this Queen of Swords, it could provide a lot of clarity on the mental game as well, on your mind space. So here, the meditation, look for a way to actually bring the mind and the heart space together, to allow them to come into alignment and peace, if you will. Because as you can see here with the meditation card, you can see that heart up here. It goes up from the heart center, past the mind, now it's outside the body, into into almost like your energy field, if you will. So meditation, for some of you, I think that might be a good practice for this month of February, to really, again, maybe for some of you, you may need it for that healing journey. You may need it to find some clarity or some new insight as well in the calmness of your mind, learning how to calm your mind as well. So I think here there's a lot of healing. So in general, I think here for some of you, I see definitely a big focus on self, which is great in terms of providing for yourself, giving back to yourself. And by doing so, it's causing a lot of, possibly for some of you, causing a lot of things from the past to bubble up to the surface, which is fine. But I think that is a beautiful thing, because now it's being slowly purged out of your system. And even though you may have to face it, for some of you, whoever resonates with this reading so far, now you have the opportunity to face it and let it go. You have both of these tens right here saying it's an ending of a cycle. So I think it's like the last little hug or embrace before you let it go back into the universe, saying, thank you for this experience. Thank you for all the things you've taught me. But now I have to let you go in all of your forms, whether that be pain, whether that be suffering, whether that be living in the past. And now you transform those things, that spiritual alchemy of turning those things into wisdom and lessons, something that is going to benefit you and that you can take for the future. So again, that double synchronicity also, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, nothing else to say there. I mean, good things are coming in for you. A lot of great positions of power as well. So that's all I see for you right now, Leo. If this reading did resonate, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment if you wish, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I want to give a big thank you for those of you who have been watching or have been returning to my channel to watch all my videos. Very much appreciate you, and I want to say just a general thank you for watching this far. So I'll see you next week. That's all I got for right now, and wishing you well. I will see you next time. Goodbye.